I know you guys have been recording as of late. It's a very recent session, or they've been very recent sessions. How has the recording for this record been going?
It's been really good. There was a bunch of things that we wanted to do differently than the last record. And the last record was done pretty much over a weekend over at Andy Gerber's studio, A Million Yen.
Right.
So what we wanted to do with this one was have less restrictions on ourselves and less rules. And the band is starting to get sound bigger and get louder, and embrace those kind of things that we kind of sort of tried to keep a lid on last time. So we went for a couple of days over at Albini's studio, Electrical, and just set up and pretty much did record everything live, and then took it over back to Million Yen, and then put some strings on it, and a few other overdubs, and then we took it over here and just gave it all to Sanford and let him sort of wade through all the there's a lot of stuff in these songs, and it's pretty overstuffed, and I just wanted somebody to just come in and just sort of make sense of it. And so that's pretty much been his job, to just sort of say, all right, this is good, this sucks, and let's get rid of this part and stuff.
Reading a description of you talking about these sessions, you described it as this new music as countryish, with an alt rock record for people who like metal. Was that kind of the intention when you entered the studio to make that kind of record, or did it kind of happen organically?
I think that was kind of the intention, just by where we decided to do it and who we decided to work with. Like a lot of people who just done all the great, like Sanford's done all the great metal records, and Electrical has a kind of, as well as Engine, there's a lot of like great indie stuff that has come through there, and it's a long list of stuff and a long list of great records that I really love, and and with Andy's been like a great collaborator of mine for years, so we just wanted to sort of touch on a lot of different aspects of what the city has to offer, and places I'd never been before. I'd never recorded anything at Electrical, and it was wonderful to be there, and it was nice to just sort of see what everyone could sort of throw into the pot.
You mentioned working with Andy Gerber, and I know that you've done that with Local H. How different is a recording and creating session for Scott Lucas and the Married Men versus a Local H record, aside from the obvious fact that there are a lot more people involved in this?
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, what we try to do with the Married Men is sort of set it up in sort of a live setting, and try to, just the fact that there are so many people in the band, like we could set up and just make a record and not do any overdubs, and it would be fine. And that's what we did before. And we pretty much did that with the EP that we put out. So that's great, and that's wonderful to be able to do that. And with Local H, it's like I'll set up and play with Brian, and then I'm pretty much sort of left to my own devices to finish out the rest of the record. And there's just a lot of it's different, because you never know what other people are going to bring when you've got 7 people in the band, and that's good. And I like being able to call the shots, but not necessarily know what kind of shots I'm going to have to call. Like it'd be, oh, that's great. I didn't come up with that, so awesome.